Hi, my name is Callie and welcome to Cables and Pearls. Cables and Pearls is my site where I work on projects. I discuss knitting, crochet, sometimes Tunisian crochet things, possibly some things that I've been sewing, just update about my weekly endeavors in the yarn and fiber arts. In the meantime, last week I had discussed with you over a headscarf pattern that I was working on, or should I say a project that I was working on, that initially when I worked on it, I was told it was too large, and I agree, it was mostly too large. So what I did was redid it and rescaled it down to the size that she wanted. She wanted 8 inches in depth. So this time I came through. I have completed the white one of this. So this is going to be awesome. And after this video, I'm giving it to her. I hope she really likes it too. Here's the brown one of this that I have done. Isn't this, to be honest with you, I actually really like the brown. The brown one is probably one of my favorite ones. It's neutral. It's not too bright. It's definitely something. So again, this is the 8-inch depth that she was working with, that she wanted. Finally, the ones completed was the red, and as you can see, right, I'm gonna show there's lint on this one, but here's the red. And isn't this red so amazing? It's so awesome. I really like this red as well. I was hoping to get through the last one, and hopefully I can get the last one the next day or two. And the last one is the pink one. And I'm pretty sure once I completed this, she will have her 4 that she had asked me for. This is the 3, this is the 4th. I think her choices of color is actually very nice too. She would have her 4, and she's set to plan her outfits for the summertime if she wants to use headbands with it. What she doesn't know, here's the catch, is that I got 2 other colors. I got a yellow, which is called lemon drop, I think. Lemon drop, right? This is a nice color, at least I think so. And then I also got this color, tamarind, which is an orange. These are actually my colors. I have dresses and skirts that has these type of colors because they're very bright and vibrant, and I like them a lot. But in the meantime, what I'm going to be doing is also making her headbands that goes along with that color scheme as well. So she has more options of colors to choose from. So I've been working on that this week. My sweater that I have been working on, I have not been working on. And I know it's so bad too, because the sweater I started months ago and I have yet to bring myself to finish it. I think I'm at the same place where I was last time. Let me get it out real quickly. Oh. Where are we? Here we go. I'm at the same place where I was last week with the back panel of it. So this is the back panel of the sweater, and my son, who originally requested this type sweater, he asked me to make him with pockets. So I don't know, I don't know if I'm dragging my feet because I wouldn't be done when I completed the 4 panels, so 5 panels, 2 front, 2 sleeves, and the back. And that the next job is to make sure I have space for pockets. You know, pockets shouldn't be that difficult to do, but I don't know what's stopping me. And finally, I have to do the front band that holds the button, and I have to do the hood. So I feel like this sweater is gonna take forever to complete, even though I know it has a start and hopefully an end to this. But I also know that as soon as I finish making this sweater, I need to go ahead and do another sweater the same way, exactly the same way, because they like wearing things very similar. My youngest is wearing red. My middle one is going to be wearing green. So I have to have patience in completing this. But for some reason, I don't know what it is. I'm just dragging my feet completing it. So I'm hopefully I can get some traction on it in the upcoming week. and maybe I have some movement on that sweater so I can share with you. I'm looking forward to sharing that with you just for a weekly update. As for that, the last thing I want to talk to you about was organizing my yarn. Yeah, this is an interesting one, only because I usually had this green basket in my room for a very long time, and I had it there and I didn't really think much about it, but my goal for this year was to work on that basket, to work through the yarns that are in that basket. That would probably be more helpful if I didn't take other yarns that were not in that basket. We won't talk about how that works, right? But I decided to take that yarn that was in that basket and finally place it in a clear container or bin where I can see where the yarn is or what the yarn looks like, since I had yarn in a different location and it was not neat and it was not working for me. So I did do that, and I'm actually very thankful that I did. Not only was I able to see some of the scrap yarns that I have left over, I was able to see exactly how much of the yarn that I had bundled together that was enough for a sweater or enough for a cowl. And it was all put in one, I guess, reusable bags. There is a purpose for these reusable bags. So I have now looked through the yarn and see that, okay, I can definitely do something with this. What is the question? There is a lot of options and choices to make with that, but I am at a loss as to what I need to do. One thing, or one yarn in particular, that I would like to work on is my blanket yarn, Bernat blanket yarn. I have some, not a whole lot and not a little, probably like maybe 3.5, no, probably more than that, probably about 4 or 5 skeins of this blanket yarn. I'm thinking maybe I should probably just bite the bullet and knit it into a blanket as I was intending to do. But as you may know, knitting is slow when it comes down to bulky yarns. It's slow and it's fast. The process is slow with the wrapping the hook around the needle if you're an English knitter, and I have not yet done fast enough continental knitting with it yet. I've usually just crocheted with it because it's quicker, it's faster, smoother, and you can easily feel the stitches. But I do like the fact that all the stitches were live on the hook, so I have to figure something out. In the meantime, aside from the other yarns that I actually do have, that is one of the yarns that I need to figure out what to do with and to do with it quickly. The other yarns that I do have is either a sock weight yarn, which I can make a scrappy socks with that, and that should be okay. And then I have worsted weight yarn, which I can make shawl, because some of them are big enough for a shawl, some of them are big enough for a stole, which I like making stoles, especially in 2 colors, a bright, rich yellow, like a sunny yellow, and the other one is like a carrot orange. I can just see these 2 colors going together. So I'm pretty excited to work with this and to see where it goes. Other than that, these are the updates that I have this week, and I'm hoping that next week when I share with you, I'll have some kind of traction on getting to work on that sweater faster or better, or at least get more rows in, because right now it's not looking too great. I have to count. It's not looking so great. We put some music on and just knit away. Something has to give. I have to work on this. Other than that, I do like this yarn. This yarn is actually pretty. This yarn is pretty amazing. That yarn is Premier anti-pilling yarn, and I do like it a lot. It has a nice sheen to it, a nice color to it. I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. I'm enjoying it, but there's something with me with that internal block of it's never going to be done. And then I got another one lined up right behind it. I think after I finish doing that sweater, I may give myself a break, or I may do something else. I may do sweaters without buttons band. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta figure this out. Yeah, I gotta figure it out. Maybe sweaters that have a straight. Yeah, I gotta figure it out. I do enjoy making sweaters, but there's something that's stopping me right now from actually really enjoying it. And I'm looking forward to getting back into it. So in the meantime, I think I'm gonna be ending here. And I hope that next week I can share with you something more interesting of what's been going on. In the meantime, I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.